Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Guys, today we are talking about two very important things for you to understand and start practicing. Thing number one, real quick. Guys, as your nutrition coach, it is my job to make sure that you understand that during these difficult for our immune system times, it is irresponsible not to take your multivitamin and multi-mineral. Guys, I'm a huge believer in whole foods. I believe that a good diet, well-balanced diet consisting of a variety of whole foods should be our primary goal and tool to support our health and well-being, because we don't know what's all the elements in whole foods that support our health that we are evolved with. We don't know what we don't know, as I like to say these days, meaning we only at the beginning of 20th century, we discovered first vitamins. Every year, you probably might not notice it, but every year, even sometimes more often, we add new vitamins and minerals to the essential list, or at least the most progressive companies of supplements add different compounds as we discover them. Some of them might be essential, some of them might be not. Like the recent example is vitamin K2. Like we thought that there is only one form of vitamin K that was essential for us to eat from our diet. So that was K. That was actually just vitamin K. And then we discovered that there is actually quite a few forms of vitamin K, and it might not be sufficient to just eat our green vegetables to get all the vitamin K. We might also need to eat things like liver or dairy products or fermented products to get that other form of vitamin K2 that is important for proper distribution of calcium to our bones and teeth, not to our soft tissues or kidney stones or gallbladder stones. So the point is, guys, whole foods first, for sure. We don't know what might be there that we don't know is there, and we might be missing if we decide to just rely on supplements or meal replacement shakes, right? So whole foods first, but I also believe that these days it is really irresponsible, if I can say so, to not take your multivitamin and multi-mineral, because most of us, let's be honest, guys, we aren't eating 100% sufficient and balanced diet all of the time. But our immune system these days might need to have full functionality any time of the day. You never know where you might encounter that virus or a new infection that might appear. So we need to give our immune system the best chances and our whole body. And so even though we don't know what are all of the elements in our whole foods, we know some. We know that vitamin C is needed for our immune system. And from all the studies, it seems that when we take it in supplements, it does help our immune system to work better. Or zinc, essential for our immune system. Or vitamin D for coronavirus. The better your vitamin D status, the less chances you have to get serious consequences if you do get COVID-19. Vitamin A, also crucial for our immune system. And there are other elements, vitamins and minerals, that directly or not directly contribute to the health of our immune system. And our immune system, healthy immune system, is still our best defense against COVID-19 or any other virus. Even when we get the vaccine, our immune system has to work properly to make use of that vaccine. Vaccine doesn't work by itself, it works with our immune system. And so if somebody's immune system is compromised, a vaccine is not going to work for them that well. And so guys, that's why we need to, yes, eat a diet of whole foods, but also take our supplements, because let's be honest, we aren't eating 100% balanced and whole food diets all of the time. And even if we are, we probably aren't eating things like oysters every day or a lot of red meat to get, for example, all of our zinc. I take my multivitamin and multimineral, those two, every single day. And I traveled a lot this spring, summer, autumn, and I did not get anything. Well, actually, I got something, but I wasn't sure what it was. It just, I got it, and in a couple of days it was gone. Kind of like a flu or cold, or who knows what was what was it. Anyhow, guys, so take your multivitamin, take your multimineral. If you need help choosing a good one, reach out. I'm gonna help. So these days it's just irresponsible not to take them, to help your body, to protect you. This is thing number one, on this beautiful Monday morning. And guys, no matter what it is out there, outside your window, it's beautiful. Any weather can be viewed as beautiful. And any Monday can be a great day to start new thing, to start working on our dreams with more passion, with more enthusiasm, just showing up more. Guys, the more we show up for what we love doing, the more we over deliver and do more than when what we are paid for or what we are expected to do, the more amazing we're gonna feel, the more impact and legacy we're gonna create, and the more rich and deep our life gonna feel. So get after it this Monday morning and take your multivitamin and multimineral. As your nutrition coach, it's my job to make sure you understand how important that is, especially now. And now thing number two, it's about effectiveness and how amazing it's to be an omnivore. Not a vegan or vegetarian or keto, but omnivore. How amazing it is to be one, and how not so amazing it is to be anything but omnivore. And here is why. And here is why it's also about effectiveness. Let's take vitamin C, guys. When you eat 150 grams of broccoli that have just a fraction of calories and a lot of fiber and other antioxidants and vitamins. So when we eat just 150 grams of broccoli, we're going to get our daily need, at least minimum requirement of vitamin C. To get that from animal products, meat or organ meats, we would have to eat several kilos. So is it effective or efficient to eat beef or other animal products for vitamin C compared to broccoli? You will probably say, of course not. Like, who in their sane mind will eat beef for vitamin C? And you'll be absolutely right. Nobody will, except for people who are hardcore carnivore and they rather get vitamin C deficient and get some disease than decide to eat a more balanced diet. So for somebody, and I was that somebody, guys, I know exactly how we think when we are in that mode, when our diet becomes part of our identity, almost our religion. We just defy all the common sense and all the logic, and we decide to create our own theory that very often has very little or no basis in science and reality. So as a logically thinking human being, as your coach, I would not recommend you ever to eat beef for vitamin C, but I would recommend, and I am recommending you to eat broccoli for vitamin C if you love your broccoli, or eat a couple of kiwis. That is also an efficient way to get your vitamin C. Now, when I talk to people trying to or wanting to become or already are vegetarians and vegans, we start talking about best ways for them to get their protein, and they might say something like, well, per calorie, broccoli has more or the same amount of protein as beef. But guys, we don't eat broccoli by calories, we eat by volume. So to get the same amount of protein per serving, 150 grams of beef, about 43 grams of protein. To get the same amount of protein in broccoli, and let's assume it's even the same quality of protein when it is not. Protein in beef is complete and more bioavailable to human beings than protein in plants and broccoli specifically. So assume it's the same. We would need to eat 3 kilos. And it's not a mistake, guys, it's an accurate evaluation. More than 3 kilos of broccoli to get the same amount of protein. So 3 kilos of broccoli. Is it a really, logically, an efficient way to get your protein? 3 kilos compared to 150 grams. Like, guys, there might be the same amount of calories, but would you eat 3 kilos of broccoli every day? Probably not. The same, thing I hear about beans. People like beans are a great source of protein. And they say 100 grams, meaning 100 grams of dried beans would have about, the same amount as like beef, 100 grams of beef or other animal products. But guys, again, we don't eat dry beans, we eat cooked beans. And in order for us to get that daily amount of protein that we need, even moderate amount, not, the highest amount, but just about 60 grams, we would need to eat about half a kilo of cooked beans. So again, half a kilo. Would you eat every day half a kilo of beans? Most of us wouldn't. Like, a lot of us just wouldn't be able to digest it properly. Or even if we do eat that, like, there is a lot of funky stuff going to be happening in our digestive tract, getting out, spoiling the air. Anyhow, guys, so that's why beef is a more efficient way to eat your protein. That's just, again, unless your diet is your religion, I highly recommend you to eat a more efficient diet. And for protein, it means more beef, just 150 grams of it will give you half of your daily need. And then for vitamin C, eat your broccoli. Just 150 grams is all the vitamin C you need. The same goes for things like, let's say you need to eat your calcium. So what is the most efficient way from your perspective to eat 80 grams of hard cheese like Parmigiano Reggiano, or to eat 800 grams of spinach? Compare again. Cheese, 80 grams. Spinach, 800 grams. Like, what is the most efficient way to eat your calcium, you think? Or let's say vitamin A, that again is crucial for our immune system. What is a more efficient way to eat it? 160 grams of chicken liver weekly, just once a week, that's all we need. Or 1 kilo 400 grams of carrots or sweet potatoes or pumpkin a week. Yeah, not a day, a week, right? You can distribute it, but you gotta eat 200 grams every day or about. So, nutrition is not all that precise to the gram, but that's about it. 1.4 kilos of carrots or sweet potatoes or pumpkins a week, or just 160 grams of chicken liver, almost 10 times again. So what is the most effective and efficient way to eat your vitamin A? I think chicken liver. And so guys, if you are an omnivore, you can eat your vitamin C from your broccoli. You can eat your animal products like beef for your protein. You can eat your cheese for calcium. you can eat your chicken liver for vitamin A, and then you can eat, other plants for things like folate, because green leafy greens like spinach have a lot of folate. You can eat your eggs for choline, an important element for our brain, and also happen to be found in eggs in the biggest amounts. You can eat your antioxidants from things like strawberries that deliver many more per calorie. The point is, guys, when you are an omnivore, you can choose the most effective, efficient foods, the most bioavailable to our digestive system, meaning we can extract them the most efficiently. Let me tell you about this a little bit more. So when we are trying to get our protein from things like beans or our zinc, let's talk about zinc. Zinc from beans, a lot of it going to be trapped in fiber that our digestive system is not that good at digesting and breaking down. And plus, a lot of anti-nutrients in beans will actually bind zinc and take it out of your system. So we can actually end up being deficient in zinc, not having all the zinc we need from those foods. And take to compare things like oysters. A couple of small oysters and you get all the zinc you need. Not only that, but that zinc is going to be much more available to our body, and it's not going to bind to anything. It's going to stay in our body. That's why oysters for zinc are so much better than beans or maybe some nuts and seeds. So when we are omnivores, we can choose the most efficient, effective food sources for different nutrients in their most bioavailable to our digestive system forms. When we become vegetarians, vegans, carnivores, people on keto diet, or on any other diets, especially when it's not necessary, like some people have different problems with their digestive systems and they just cannot eat certain foods like beans, for example, or what else are there, like dairy products. Some people have a really bad reaction to dairy products. I can understand that, and we can work around that. But the best way to eat is still whole foods. And so if your digestive system is totally fine, if you don't have any allergies and sensitivities, why wouldn't you eat all these foods? Why would you go on some restrictive diet like carnivore or keto, vegan, or vegetarian? All of these diets are very restrictive, and I consider them elimination diet because they eliminate whole food groups. Like, if you don't have to, why would you? For your health, really, why would you? Because the best way is to eat a variety of foods that deliver nutrients we need in the most efficient and bioavailable way. And that's why it's so super awesome to be omnivore, not vegan, vegetarian, carnivore, or keto, that kind of similarly restrictive and eliminative, if there is such a word, in a sense that they do eliminate whole food groups that contain nutrients that we need, that are essential for our health, in the most available and effective form. Like, you wouldn't eat your animal products for fiber, and you wouldn't eat your beef for vitamin C, and you wouldn't eat your broccoli for protein or spinach for calcium. Not unless you are a hardcore enthusiast of those foods and decided to make your new diet your identity. So that's why, again, it's so awesome to be omnivore. And I'm always, when I'm working with someone myself, I'm looking at foods as an effective, efficient way to deliver nutrients that my body needs. And along with that, all the stuff that we might not know about that is in whole foods. But that's the best approach I found working with people and from all the literature to find the best sources for our human body, our digestive system, because we aren't cows. We cannot eat grass to get protein. We do much better with things like fish and eggs and red meat for our protein. That's just the fact. That's just how our digestive system works. So 2 things again today. Make sure that you are taking your multivitamin, multimineral to support all the vital functions of our body and specifically our immune system, because let's be honest, we aren't eating 100% balance with all the vitamins and minerals and all the things we don't know about. We don't eat the diet that gives us all of that every single day. So multivitamin, multimineral. If you need some help choosing one, feel free to reach out and I'm more than happy to help you to make the best choice. So that's number 1. And number 2, be omnivore and eat the most efficient, effective diet, because if you can, why wouldn't you? Eat your broccoli for vitamin C, eat your fish or beef for protein, eat your cheese for calcium, eat your liver for vitamin A, and eat your plants for things like folate or vitamin C. Or what else is better to get from plants? Some things like vitamin B1, magnesium very often is much easier to get from plant food sources. Plants are amazing for all these other, elements that animal foods do not deliver, but animal foods are also so amazing for all these other vitamins and minerals. And so choose to be omnivore unless you have to be something else. We humans thrive on well-balanced omnivore diet, not on any other diets that people are trying to advertise these days to you. So omnivore is awesome. Be one, eat the most efficient diet. If you need help to design that well-balanced, efficient diet, reach out. I'm more than happy to help. Don't forget, guys, to share this episode with somebody in your household, maybe your roommates, maybe your children, spouses, girlfriends and boyfriends, your friends. Talk about it, start practicing, come up with questions, ask those questions, and as usual, guys, thank you for listening, and till next time, eat better daily.